What is up, guys? Butter something here. In today's video, I kind of want to talk to you guys about the scav run that I do. And this video is broken up in half of me doing an actual scav run. And as you can see here, me doing an offline just to kind of show you if you were to spawn close to the south. So hypothetically, if you were to spawn close to the south, you would be spawning somewhere kind of near where I am right now. And that being said, usually I try and check the landing house, is what I call it, the landing stage. And there is a piece of wood, a piece of driftwood down under it that you can get higher tier spawns. And then from here we head over to the bus. So this is the bus right in front of us. We are just looking inside of the broken crate that is near the bus because it can have a high tier loot spawn such as Bitcoin, the badge. I've gotten rollers in here, so you want to make sure you're definitely really looking in there because the Bitcoin can hide under that plank of wood. And then as soon as you get enough stam, it's actually better to jump back over the railing rather than continue to run, just because if you do get shot from anywhere to your right, you can lay down and you won't be able to get hit. So, you know, more survivability. Now, from here, you'll see that we have these, I guess they're crates, and on top of them, you have hideout loot, as well as, you know, military cables. I've gotten military corrugated hoses off of these, thermite, you know. You get good stuff as well as on the floor here in the center. So definitely make sure you're checking these areas. And then from here, you're going to kind of want to make the decision on if you want to just continue straight or if you want to go up to the blue house. I call it the blue house. I think it's like actually like resort. So we're going to head up there now, and then over to the far left on the screen here, you'll see that that is the outdoor kitchen or dining area. I go over there and search a high tier spawn that is on the chair, so we're going to head over there. Alright, now this is a chair. I've gotten aces, bitcoins, badges, GP coins, rollers, pretty much all high tier loot. And then right around here, and the reason I'm going this way is because this will allow me to go back across the road to check the crates, as well as kind of have a good rest area to kind of make sure no one's up on Pride Rock to our top left over there. So that's where you would be looking at punched. And you know, looking to make sure there's no other scav players that you can run across and search on top of all of this heavy equipment. As long as there's a crate there or a big wire, you know, kind of round wire holder, you'll see them on their sides, like to the right there. Those will pretty much have loot on them for whether that be hideout loot or just craftable items. Now, inside this foreman trailer, on the table and on the couch are both spawns, but I have found military corrugated hoses on that table. And, you know, obviously you guys know early wipe, those are going for like 400 or 500K. Now, the area that we're going to is the apartments, and, you know, I'll reference this in my following clip again just to kind of reiterate. But, you know, I talk about, you know, being you know, spawning right here as my scav. So, you know, just be aware this is the building I'm referring to, which is apartments. Now, there's a few spawns in here. You can get graphics cards, so on and so forth, but I'm just going to go through one by one. There's a high tier spawn here, as well as on the bed. But you have to get on top of the bed and actually look inside the blankets because it's phased through pretty much. And you don't actually get anything here for some reason. I mistake that as an intel, but it is not. Now, on these shelves, I've seen people get cats and intel. I haven't seen any lions, but, you know, you never know. And then downstairs, to the left, we have in the farthest back room in the corner a potential high-tier tech loot. So I've gotten VPXs, graphics cards, so on in there. And then the rest of this is just kind of loose loot and jackets. No, not necessarily, you know, spawns or anything like that, except in that area where there is a horse spawn that I've gotten once. So, that being said, we're going to move on to my scav run now. Alright, so we actually spawned over by the apartments, which is the kind of the 4 side, I think the 4, I don't know how exactly to explain it. It has the 4 apartments in it. It's by the village, but we are going over toward the rogue camp. Now, be careful when you go to the rogue camp, because what'll happen is you will have the rogues that are in the front, on the front left near building 1, that kind of have a tendency, at least in my experience, to shoot at you when you are a scav, so do be careful. Try and stay further right and enter from the right, or if you can see that they're taken out, you can enter the rogue camp from there. But that being said, I'm going to let this continue to play out, and when I feel like I need to let you guys know what I'm doing, I'll let you know. Now, right here, I kind of hold myself just because I don't know if there is any rogues up on this red one. So we saw a little bit of his body, and that's why we're running up here. We're going to loot him, and then I will be back. All right, now we're moving out. We did hear shots when we were coming in, so that's kind of why we're a little bit wary of what was going on since that guy's dead. So we come in here, and we're looking for, you know, radio transmitters on that table that I just passed. Whole bunch of weapon attachments here, and then we are going to look inside of the tactical crate that is behind us. Now, do keep in mind that these tactical crates can be pretty much anything. I have found pretty good stuff in here, but unfortunately we just got matches out of that one, and we're going to head over to this next tent. Now, over here to the right, where we get that battery right there, you can get military loot spawns there, so definitely make sure to keep an eye on that. And then this tent, skip this tent. I don't know why I came in here. I thought for some reason there was something in here, but we're going to go loot these weapon crates and loot this trailer that does potentially have an M4 spawn in it. Now from here, we're going to loot 2 buildings that kind of look a little similar. So the reason that we're looting these, and you can do this as a PMC as well, is these can spawn military corrugated hoses. So that's what this building is. On this shelf that's into the left, I thought I saw somebody here, but I didn't. So here to the left and that shelf as well, both can spawn military cables, military corrugated hoses. I've had radio transmitters spawn here, so you can definitely get some good loot out of these. And then there's another one on the other side of this red Connex. So again, military cables, corrugated hoses, or sorry, military corrugated hoses as well. You know, anything for your hideout really can spawn on these, but again, the big ticket items are those military. And you've probably seen me do it like 5 or 6 times throughout this video. I keep checking my my extracts because I'm an idiot and I have short-term memory loss. They call me Dory the fish. But I try and get under this, and there's a specific part of this that you can get under, but I was just not finding it. And I actually, in this game, start to panic a little bit internally because I think I'm going to get sniped from the ridge up there. And you guys will find out why a little bit later in the vid. But we're trying to extract from the industrial gate. So we hear the rogues talking about how they have enemies. So we don't know if that's us or if it is PMCs. But we do get shot here a little bit later, and I believe that's when you take rogue loot, you get marked. Now, you could see we got shot there, and that was fine and dandy. However, it was definitely not a fun experience. So we hear a whole bunch of stuff popping off here. So we're going to sit here. I will obviously fast forward through this, but I sit here for, I think, a good 3 or 4 minutes. So... Now, you may have wondered why I was sitting there, but for the most part, we are trying to jump over the fence to get to Industrial Gate because obviously it's on the other side of this fence. So we actually mess up here quite a few times, but we do get out, and as soon as you jump this fence from this angle, you will be able to get out from Industrial Fence. I just want to make sure that I show you guys essentially the actual jump. So you just lay down here, just make sure you're paying attention to those ridges to the left, and then we're out. That's it. I do want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.